Oh, greetings, beautiful creature. So, um, it's been a minute since you've seen me. What, like a month, maybe 2 months? I don't even know. This is probably like the longest hiatus I've taken in a while. I'm not like giving up on YouTube. Like I know a lot of like small YouTubers and like up and coming YouTubers have like stopped like putting a lot of time and focus into their YouTube because it's not paying off as much anymore. Like I think like from AdSense, like 200,000 or so views would like net you like around $200, maybe a little bit less, a little bit more. But now it's like 200,000 views is like $22 or something, and like everybody's freaking out because of the YouTube ad boycott and like what Hank Green's like titled the ad apocalypse. But I'm not giving up on YouTube. I don't really care about like making money from YouTube because honestly, I wouldn't want that to be like my full-time job. Um, I still want to create and post stuff on YouTube because it's like an incredible outlet for that to just share my stuff to the world and like just reach more people. Speaking of which, I don't think I could ever give up YouTube because my guitar player, my bass player, they both know me and found me through YouTube. Um, my photographer that like helps me out a lot. She's probably watching this right now. Hey, how you doing? Found me through YouTube and found me on social media. Like I met a lot of people here in California that I wouldn't have met if I didn't put so much time into this channel like prior to moving to LA. But lately I just been very overwhelmed and very tired lately. I know I quit my job so I could have more time to do creative stuff, but I got hit like really hard with like a big fine I had to pay for like not driving without or for driving without insurance when I got into that wreck. So I had to keep paying like this huge fine every month on top of 2 car payments that I was supposed to be done with and the other car, but like the other thing just threw me for a loop, and then now I gotta pay like really high insurance on top of that. So I'm paying like close to like $3,000 worth of bills like every month, and I'm actually a little bit behind right now. This is the first time I've ever been behind on bills in my life, and it's been crazy. So yeah, like as a Lyft driver, I had to put a lot of hours of driving in, and it's really putting a lot of wear and tear on my new car, and it's like it's stressing me out because like I was like, so I kind of like it. I like the idea of just being able to take off whenever at like just a snap of the finger, and it's like really helped me make progress on my band and like play shows when I want to, and like actually get the ball rolling. Like we played like a lot of big shows, open for a lot of big bands, and we're gonna start opening for more big bands soon. Wednesday 13th coming up, and we also have a free show in Vegas next Friday. It's in 7 days. It's at a club called Artifice. If you go to midnightnightmare.com, go to our Facebook page. We have a tour dates tab on there, and it's listed. I actually think it's actually listed like as an official like tour date. Like if you go to our Spotify and it'll say like on tour, it'll show you like the band info and stuff, like where we're playing at. But yeah, the club's called Artifice. You have to be 21 to get in. I think the show starts late, like 8 or 9ish. We probably don't. I think we go on at like 11:45. I might change. I think one of the bands dropped, so I don't know if that means we pushed back or pushed forward or something like that. But yeah, if you're in Vegas, come hang out with us. The whole Nightmare gang that's like that's been on Snapchat and like that's been on my Facebook that I've been posting that we've been like, partying with at shows. Like they're gonna be there, like excluding like Kitty and Ariel. Actually, I don't know Kitty and Ariel still might show up. She said they might want to come to Vegas with us, but like Kim, my assistant's gonna be there, and Seraphine and Tyler's gonna be there. The guy who helped me create our website. The whole band's there. We have a new drummer now. We have a full like lineup now. The drummer is really professional. He's really smart. He's like the first drummer that that I know already has like his own equipment. Knows how to tune his drum kit, knows how to read music, knows how to play with metronome, and even has his own equipment and in-ear monitors for listening to the backing track with the metronome in. Usually, like, with bands in the past, like, I've always had to, like, work or, like, spend extra money on stuff for drummers and teach them how to use like equipment so we could do stuff with a backing track. But and it's really stressful like playing with a drummer with a backing track, especially a drummer that doesn't know how to play to a metronome, because like there are drummers out there that just like, oh, I just want to play. I don't want to like actually learn the techniques and do the job the drummer's supposed to do is keep tempo. But he's really smart. He picked up on songs fast, and like he's been a great asset to our stage presence, and it just sounds so much heavier and so much fuller now. All we got to do is like upgrade our bass and our guitar equipment, get a new synthesizer, two new synthesizers, one for Freeze and one for me. I have like an 88 key keyboard that I can use as a MIDI, but I don't want something that's MIDI because I don't want to have to rely on like a PC, and just have all these cables and shit that we're taking with us on tour and on the road. So I want to get like a smaller, maybe 61 key synthesizer. I'm looking at like the Roland JP, I forget which one it is. It's one of the new ones out. It's like $700, but I can't afford it right now because of these bills. I was thinking about doing a fundraiser for it, but right now there's no point of me doing a fundraiser for something that's not a priority, like when it comes to like living, because I'm behind on bills right now. But I'm trying really hard to catch up on these bills and get back ahead, because if my credit score like drops like low, I won't be able to get a house in California. I actually think just to be able to rent an apartment in California, you have to have a 650 credit score or higher, which is what it's at right now. But like if I don't pay this shit this month, that shit's gonna drop. Yeah, but anyway, other than that, I've been putting the free time that I had into Midnight Nightmare, not to YouTube, just because I've been like trying to work a lot. I want to get this ball rolling. We're working on this album right now, and I'm also working on finishing an album that I've been working on since 2012. Like it started off, it was gonna be like a demo of like, it was gonna be like a demo of like crazy songs that I did when I was like 18 and 19, when like I was first like learning how to do music production on my own. Like I had already knew how to like play instruments and like write melodies, and I was starting to understand like music theory a little bit. I was starting to like just get into music production and like sound design, and I wanted to create my own album that would just be too weird and too complex for me to go in the studio and just tell like an engineer, hey, do all of this shit for me. I want this to sound like, I wanted to be complete control. Like I wanted to be like an artist. Like I want to be complete control of how like the colors are mixed and like how the image looks. Like that's how like I want it to sound. Like I want to mix everything, and I want to write everything. So the album is like the combination of so many genres, but it sounds cohesive. Like it doesn't sound like it's just switching to like random genres. It doesn't sound chaotic. I've been putting a lot of work into it. Like I have like bits of like salsa, hip hop, 90s R&B, metal, deathcore, like indie rock influences. I have like stuff that sounds like synth pop in 80s. Actually, most of it sounds very synth pop in 80s. Like I use a lot of analog synthesizers, analog sounds in there. It's some modernized sounds, like when I do like the more hip hop stuff and then the weird stuff. Like it's heavily inspired by so many different artists. One of the biggest inspirations for the album is Crystal Castles and Mindless Self-Indulgence. Like you'll definitely hear like the strong Mindless Self-Indulgence influence in a lot of the songs, especially the vocals. Has a lot of clean vocals, but also has a lot of weird different vocals, so it's going to take a while to finish mixing and to finish recording, because like usually like when you do an album, like just you're doing like a regular rock band or metal band, you just have the drums, the guitar, the bass, the vocals to mix. And like usually once you figure out kind of how you want it to sound, you can just like copy that over to the other songs. But with this album, like I'll be able to do that with like some of the tracks, like the guitar and the bass, and the drums. Like all the drums are the same except for with like a few samples that are different. But it's all like a drum machine drums, so it sounds kind of like 80s, kind of like ish. Like how like a lot of like bands and artists in the 80s used to use like drum machines. So it's like it's got that drum machine sound, but it still sounds kind of like a little bit realistic. But I still wanted to kind of sound kind of like robotic. The reason why I've been working on it for so long is because like it started off as like a 3-song demo, and then like a couple years later, 2013, 2014, I got like better equipment, and then I recorded vocals to 1 song, 2 songs. But I think I released one on SoundCloud. It's called Golden. If you go to my SoundCloud, I don't think it's in the link below, but I think you just Google Angel Nightmare and you'll be able to find it, or just Angel Nightmare SoundCloud. It'll pop up. The song is called Golden. That's one of the original songs that I had recorded, but I did it like in on the old crappy laptop that didn't have like a working headphone jack, so I mixed it through the laptop speakers, and I recorded it with a Yeti microphone, like a USB mic, which doesn't sound bad, but I've like greatly increased my music production skills as far as my equipment around 2015, 2016, and then I redid the songs again, and then added a few more songs to it back then. I think it was like 6 songs at this point. But I just scrapped the album because I wanted to put more focus on Midnight Nightmare, because Midnight Nightmare was getting a lot of internet attention. Like I just created the project when I was in Mississippi, because I was like Midnight Nightmare, because I was bored, and at the time I was doing a lot of Art Frankenstein stuff, but I wasn't really like happy with the direction that Art Frankenstein was going. But I think I liked the music and I liked producing it, but I wanted to do something that was more dark, industrial, like creepy, weird stuff. So I started Midnight Nightmare on my own when I was in Mississippi, and that's when I started doing that, especially after I had started getting better equipment and better knowledge on not just music theory, but music production and sound design, sampling work. I started like learning shit, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. So I would just work on it in my free time, but like working at Toyota, I didn't have like a lot of free time, so I didn't work on it too much. And then recently, I started getting a lot more influence. Like I started listening to a lot more like indie rock and a lot more 80s, and a lot more like trap music. But like I listen to like I don't listen to a lot of like the modern rap that's like it's just like auto tune and you're just like whining. Like I hate that shit. But I like hard, dark sounding music. So like the hard, heavy hitting bass, and then like, you know, like rappers talking about how they struggled like being poor and not being accepted, and like how they just talk about they just want to kill like everybody that's just trying to pretend to be their friend now that they got fame, and like how they're just violent, they're just angry, and you know how they had to do things like sell drugs to get where they're at and stuff like that. Like I really like it. Like it's really raw, like and emotional. Like I like angry like crazy stuff. I really like XXXTentacion. Like now, like that's one of my like a new guys that I listen to. But so yeah, I got like elements of like hip hop and stuff in it. You guys actually in that Snapchat video I posted last, there's like snippets of like songs that I was working on. Those snippets are from this album. I haven't completely decided on a name. It's 11 songs. It's very weird and silly. It's not like serious, but it is serious. So like it's very chaotic. And I've been working on it for so long. Like I finally like wrote like 3 more songs for it, and they're like very sexual. So like the song is like kind of like, not the song. The album is kind of like very sexual, but it's not like sexual in a way where it's like cringy. Though some of it would sound cringy, but like if you just like listen to the lyrics and like listen to the deep meanings, it's like a lot of like self-doubt and like a lot of like personal experiences I've gone through, like when it comes to like relationships and like people using me, or like me feeling like I'm nothing. So it's got a lot of that in it. I'm thinking about naming the album Smash and Dash, but I was also thinking about like just naming it something just weird. Like I was thinking of like what was I thinking? I forgot. Like it was gonna be like a long title, like I don't even remember. It was something to do with like fat witches and some shit like that. Well, it was like the Marvelous Adventures of, like, it was like one of those long ass titles. I haven't decided on what I want to do for album art. I'm thinking about doing like some weird, artistic, like kind of art porn type stuff, and like take it with like old cameras, like with portfolios, like do some stuff with like glitter and like colorful vomit and stuff, and just like I don't know, like some stuff like as for like the booklet. Um, and I am also going to do an Indiegogo campaign or like a Kickstarter campaign where I'm just going to try to reach a goal of 1,000. Um, but if it goes more than that, it's cool. Pretty much what it is that it's just going to be very simple. $10 to get a physical copy of the album. Um, I'm only printing as much as is ordered through the Indiegogo. It'll still be released. Through Spotify and SoundCloud and YouTube and all that, so you guys would still be able to listen to it. But I'm $10 for pre-orders, trying to reach a goal of $1,000, and $20 for a signed copy of the CD. And the only physical copies of the CD will be only available through the Indiegogo campaign. None of these songs are like never going to be played live or anything like that. This is going to be all internet, and I'm going to try to like use some of that money left over from printing the CDs to get an actual like big production music video or two out of the album for it. Like actually like do something that like looks good and that's just weird and crazy that just goes along with the theme. I can actually show you, like, this is the last song I'm working on. It's called We Had Sex the Day We Met. And it's, like, very dark and creepy sounding, but I can't really, like, give away. I'm not going to give away the meaning of the song. But it's got, like, hip-hop influences and, like, metal guitars that sound, like, it's very dark. It's, like, a harmonic minor, but it's, like, a happy theme. Like, a lot of it's, like, a dark music, but it's got a happy, like, sounding lyrics. But then, like, you gotta, if you read, like, the lyrics, like, along, you'll be like, okay, that's not happy. Like you'll start to piece it together. Like it's like the songs like make sense once you like actually look at all of them together. But here's like kind of what it sounds like. You're probably not gonna be able to hear a lot of the bass. Sounds like that, and I'll show you like a little part of the bridge. But this is gonna be the first track on the album. I just have to show you guys this shit. Like, yeah, it's like crazy. Crazy good. I wish I could. I just want to share some. I want to share lyrics with you. Like it's crazy. Not this song, but another song. This song called Prone Bone, which is also one of the last songs I wrote. Like it's the song I wrote before this one. Prone Bone, I think goes like. I don't know if I can remember. I like fat bitches with fat. No, was it? See, I don't know if I can remember. I wrote the lyrics down, but they're in my phone, and I'm using my phone to record, so I don't know if it's still going to record if I look at the lyrics. But it's like, oh, no. I like fat women, or I like big women with big dreams, fat thighs, or, oh yeah, I like big women with big dreams, fat stomach, fat thighs, and tight jeans. Please, you have everything I need. I'm ready to love, and I'm ready to bleed. I'm vegan, but I still eat ass, got a house full of food, and I still got cash. And then I don't even remember something like that. But yeah, it's if you read the lyrics out right, you're like, okay, this is like a rap song, hip hop. But once you hear how it's articulated like through the actual album and like how it goes along with the instrumentals, you're like, this is crazy. Who thinks of shit like this? And like, I tell myself that, like, I'll be listening to it and I'll be like, this is lit. Who wrote this? And I'm like, I wrote this. But I have to release this album before I die because I've been thinking about it. For the past, like, 3 years, this is probably, like, some of my best, like, work that like is original, like that is just something that just from my own mind. Like I didn't think that I would be able to like create something that I didn't ever think I was possible of doing, like only dreaming of when I was like 12, 13 years old. I didn't think I would be able to do something as good as this. And I think about it all the time. Like, what if I die like today or tomorrow? Or what if like what if the world ends? What if like the nuclear like bombs just start launching in the air like tonight? And then I'm just gonna sit there. And then like my biggest regret is like not releasing and not like showing the world a lot of my art that I just keep trying to perfect. But like I'm forcing myself to finish this. Like I've started doing like one of my biggest inspirations is Andrew Huang. I don't know if you guys know that. He's actually kind of one of the reasons why I wanted to start YouTube. But he does like a lot of music stuff, and if you see his channel, you see he produces like these big projects, and he's like always releasing albums. Like he's got so many albums out and like so many different genres, and like I wanted to be that. Like I wanted to like, oh, I want to be able to just keep producing stuff and release an album every couple of months. And like I just recently found out that the reason why he's able to produce so much content is that he focuses on like rehearsing it, but only for recording it, not for performing it. So he'll limit himself to like 4 takes, and then like he'll take the best take, and then he'll just keep moving forward, keeps pushing forward. He said the downside to that he doesn't really ever remember much of what he plays, so most of it just leaves his head after he writes it. But he's able to release content that people are able to connect to, and that people are going to remember, and that people love. And I'm not doing anything. I had this channel for what, like 2 years now, almost 3 years. I probably have like maybe 10 songs on here, maybe not even 10 songs, and it's not even like a lot of my best work. It's just stuff that I just like pushed out here because like I wanted to do something. But I have hundreds. I'm not kidding you. I have hundreds of songs on this hard drive and on another hard drive that are just unfinished songs or unreleased songs because I'm a perfectionist, or I just don't think that anybody wants to hear it, and I just don't want to be like on my deathbed and then like not have anything for anybody like to remember me by. But this is gonna be it. This is gonna be like my debut thing that I want to be known for, like craziness, openness, like open-mindedness, creativity, just like no limitations. Like even say that and like, well, that's a Midnight Nightmare song, like quotation reflection, no limitations, do you own your own, or I don't even know, I don't even remember. I'm going crazy right now thinking about like a shit ton of stuff. But yeah, like I don't want to like not release this. Like I want to finish this, which is going to be finished. It's going to be released by the end of the summer. Like I promise you that. Like this shit is going to be done. But yeah, other than that, that's it. Follow my social media, Twitter. I started using Twitter like a lot more than Facebook. Facebook's overwhelming. I don't know if you know, like I have like reached my friend limit of 5,000 on there. I have about like 7,000 followers. So like I ignore like all of my messages on there, and it's not because I want to, but it's just because like they pile up and it just gets overwhelming, and I'm just like, oh, I gotta work or I gotta do something. But yeah, like it's crazy, and I feel like this is like a long video. I'm gonna just wrap it up real quick in a minute. I just haven't heard from you guys or heard from you in so long, and it's just I miss you so much. I want to do more stuff. I have written so many YouTube ideas down too, but one, I'm gonna wait for my cameras fixed. I know I told you my friend was gonna let me use this camera, but I just don't have the free time to learn a new interface like it's a Nikon. So I'm gonna just stick with the Canon. I'm gonna just get it repaired and just continue like going with what I know. But I have like so many ideas that I have written down and that I'm ready to do. So many collaboration ideas. Like I haven't done any like big collaborations yet, and I'm finally gonna. I have videos like edited. I just need to edit them. I'm gonna like release all that stuff like soon. Get the ball rolling. Start doing like 5 videos a week. because like I have so much stuff, so much content for you guys, and I would have like released already, but like I'm gonna be ready for it, and I'm just gonna start like recording and doing stuff. But yeah, thank you guys so much for like sticking. If you guys watch this whole video, like, put smash and dash in the comments. Like, you can post your like normal comments, post whatever you want, like suggestions, whatever you need, but just you put smash and dash like anywhere in your comments, and just let me know you made it this far. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, follow me on my social media. It's in the description of like every video, and that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for your support, and I will see you guys soon. I said that last video, but soon. This is pretty much it. Oh yeah, go to Vegas next Friday, the 12th. Next Friday the 12th. Artifice in Las Vegas. If you're in Vegas, or if you're in Nevada, if you're in that area, just come see me. Even if you're not 21, just send me a tweet or a DM. Say you're in Vegas. I'm gonna be in Vegas till the 14th. I'm leaving on 11th, so just if you want to hang up, hit me up. Like, I'll come see you. Take some pictures. Show me a bar. Show me something. I don't know. Show me some crazy stuff out there. But yeah, I love you.